This week's episode of Lights Out is brought to you by.
Hello, friends. This is Pastor Robin U. Blind from the First Third Church of Prosperity, and this is my hype man, Donnie D. Friends, I still need money for my new aeroplane. Doth it not saith, the workman is worthy of his pay? That means you got to send me money or you're going to go to hell and burn forever. That's the way it works, folks. I didn't write the rules. So send your money to 666 Prosperity Lane if you don't want to burn in hell. Thank you.
Jacob bolted straight up in bed, sitting in a pool of sweat.
Jacob, what's wrong?
Kara?
Well, who else would it be?
No, you of course, but where are we?
What?
What is this place?
What do you mean? This is our home, and why are you talking?
I'm not supposed to talk? I just can't remember some things.
Like your own house? You need a med bed. What happened to you?
You mean what happened to us?
What?
Okay, I guess I was dreaming, but it seemed more real than this. We were in the last battle, and it didn't turn out well. What's a medbed?
Oh, you're like a little baby. You're my little baby.
I'm not a baby, I just can't remember.
The med bed can fix anything. It'll check your frequency and zap you. I don't think ours will do the trick. You probably have to go to the community center.
Why?
Memory. You'll probably need to access the Akashic records. Our med bed is for general healing.
Did you say that this is our house? It looks like a hotel.
You said we were in the last battle? I remember the old Earth. Barely. People warred with each other, and they thought that there was lack, so they worked themselves to death.
Why are you saying they? And that you remember the old Earth? Where do you think we are now?
No, Jacob, where do you think we are?
Earth.
Well, you're kind of right. The Earth split a long time ago. Those who had a high enough frequency went with the new Earth. The Earth is a living entity. She raised her frequency, so only people with a high enough frequency could go with her.
What happened to the people who didn't have a high enough frequency?
I'm not sure or can't remember. I'll try to remember, though.
Wow, I must have a good job to be able to afford this place.
You invested well into the galactic financial system, but everyone who wants one has a nice house. Some people choose to just travel. We travel a lot, too, supporting our DAOs, which you are a founding member of several.
You can tell me what a DAO is later. Right now, I'm hungry.
You're going to eat?
Well, of course I'm going to eat. Don't you eat?
On occasions like parties and celebrations, we draw our nourishment from the sun. But just tell Rosie what you want.
And Rosie is?
Oh, good grief. Rosie, 2 eggs, toast, and orange juice. Rosie is our robot. She's probably in the other part of the house, but she knows what I'm saying. She reads my thought patterns. She will input my order to the materializer, and it will create the likeness of your food. Everything is made from the same basic particles, just arranged differently. Now let's get dressed. Your mom and dad will be here later.
Jacob leaned back against the headboard and put his hands on his head.
I think I'm ready for this medbed thingy. I'll grab a shower and do we wear clothes?
Shower? Oh, clean your body. No, nanoparticles clean our bodies. Clothes are made on demand by the materializer. Old clothes, trash, etc. go into the materializer to be used to make new stuff.
Jacob started to get out of bed and noticed that his leg was swollen and hurting. Kara noticed it too and said,
Wow, you did cross over, didn't you? We have to get you fixed up before the elders find out and put you in a museum where people poke you all day.
What?
Ha! Just kidding. Come on, our medbed will heal that no problem.
No museum?
Jacob, you are completely free to do whatever you want. The only thing that can hurt you is you. Fear is a very low frequency, but the computer hasn't sounded an alarm. Just relax.
Rosie came in and said that guests had arrived.
Guests?
Yes, come on, they can help us figure this out.
Kara got Jacob some linen clothes, and they entered the reception room.
Murph.
Hey, Jacob.
Man, I'm glad to see you.
Why is he talking?
He's a baby again, my little baby.
I seem to have lost my memory. But more than that, I was in a parallel universe or something where the Earth was destroyed.
We travel to different timelines all the time. The past, the future. But normally not to a recent past. They say it's difficult, even after 20-something Earth years.
20 years? I lost 20 years? Why do you look even younger?
You haven't lost anything except your memory.
Well, where I was, it was more real than this, and you and Kara were there. You weren't there, though. Sorry, I don't think we have met.
Kara talked slow and pointed as she explained to Jacob that the person he was talking to was Murph's wife, Gina.
Hi, Gina, sorry.
Gina looked at Murph.
Why are you limping?
I mean our mission to Edwards Fabricators. Do you remember?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Jacob was frustrated.
Okay, let's get you in the med bed and we'll see what we have to work with after that. Maybe something will trigger your memory.
Jacob was led to a room where the med bed was located. He laid down and the machine started doing diagnostic tests. It wouldn't take long, but the others left him so that they could discuss Jacob's treatment. The med bed would not be a scary experience. It was actually very calming. Kara, Gina, and Murph were discussing Jacob's inability to do telepathy. This was one of the first things people realized they could do in the ascension process.
How do we travel?
It depends on where you're going. Portals usually, but for galactic travel you can also use spacecraft. The Maglev is a good option for cross-country.
Jacob shook his head. He felt great, but was frustrated that he still couldn't remember.
How did we come here? Was it fast or slow? Where is here?
We were Christed, those that had a high enough frequency. That was fast, then, I don't know. Things just started falling into place. The key is to, instead of doing things for yourself or someone else, you do it for everyone. The collective conscience is the important thing.
What happened to the other people who didn't raise their frequency?
I don't know. It seems like one day they were there and then they weren't.
Not suddenly, though, kind of like fading out of existence.
The first thing was truth. Everything was out in the open. Crazy things. Then the new financial system, which is decentralized and secure, rooted out money launderers and other bad actors. It cut out the middlemen so everything was much cheaper.
All money was tokenized on the blockchain and backed up by real-world assets. No more printing money out of thin air and then charging interest on it.
Super cheap lightning fast payments anywhere in the world in the currency of your country or any other asset on the blockchain.
Even the poorest countries became wealthy.
And inventions. Every day something new.
Medbeds healed everyone. We can usually heal ourselves now, but you?
Yeah. So much technology was suppressed and then it just started pouring out like someone was getting it ready for us.
Then travel, portals, Meglev, flying cars, interplanetary.
It was like they were playing a game of trivia and having a good time playing.
Government, at first, secure elections. The governments became much smaller. Everything is done on the blockchain because it's transparent.
DAOs, which are groups of vetted people who have invested time or money into a project, started making decisions. Anyone or everyone can be a part of the DAO, like voting.
They made sure that the food supply was safe, for example, before we got materializers. Oh, there were a lot of public,
Kara ran her finger across her throat.
Politicians, scientists, corporate people. Anyone involved in mass harming of the people.
Geography changed, but that would take a while.
We changed. We never knew who we really were and what we are actually capable of. It was all hidden from us.
Jacob, maybe the people who didn't raise their vibration are on the timeline that you just visited.
No, there were some good people there.
That's not what I'm saying. What if you went to a timeline that was a possibility, but the collective consciousness was raised and altered the timeline? It's well known that the Earth was headed towards something like you described, but some people started waking up. Awareness is the first step in raising your frequency.
And no taxes.
The universe is math, Jacob. Love and authenticity or truth are the highest frequencies. Fear, jealousy, anger, and hate are low frequencies. The universe doesn't care which one wins out. It just moves in the direction of the predominant frequency.
The door opened and two children, a boy and a girl, ran in and excitedly hugged Jacob. "Daddy! Daddy! We had the best time with Grandma and Grandpa. Yeah, Daddy, we got to hold a baby panda." Jacob told them that going to the zoo was one of his favorite things to do when he was little. And then he stopped and looked at Kara and the others who were smiling as he realized that he and the children hadn't spoken a word.